Hello and welcome. In today's video, we're continuing my series on how to play Chamber. Today, we are going over the map Haven. Haven is another one of his better maps. Lots of great elevation you can take advantage of. And the trapwires or the trademarks that you can use to hold positions are pretty similar to Cypher's trips and even better in some situations. So we're going to jump right into it and get started. All right, we'll be starting off with trapwires on defense. Something that I do almost every single round is I always trademark the B bomb site. So I'll either put one here or one here. Again, you want to make sure that the bot is in the furthest possible position so that it doesn't get broken as easily. People have to commit their whole bodies to peek and kill it. And you're also a little bit more likely to avoid it getting broken by shock darts, etc. Because Sova will be shocking for the close angle, and this might just barely be out of range of his shock darts. So just make sure you're doing them as deep as possible. But I do that pretty much. Those are the best two for the B bomb site. Talking about the A bomb site, if you want to be able to cover both lanes, this is a pretty standard one I'll use if I were doing some sort of setup involving like retake on A where we don't really have anybody playing it. You just have this here so it covers both the lanes, then you can sort of play off site and retake it if necessary. When the barrier drops, you can do something like this where you put it down like the second the barrier drops, and you can peek off it from top short. You can put one long, put one here, put one here. All great tripwires for when you're holding. Another one that I like to do is as soon as the barrier drops again, I like to click one right here. It'll cross. You won't see the little line in the back if you're an enemy because it will take too long for them to get from the barrier to the entrance. You can put that there and then you can play off of it. You can peek off of it. Something that I like to cross with it. So like I'll throw it while I'm crossing and then I'll put my TP down here, and then maybe I have another TP back behind default, and then so I can peek out, get a free kill, and then they're not ready for this trademark, and it will catch anybody, slow them, and it will slow their push down even more because they're being slowed all the way back here instead of at the entrance, and it's giving my teammates more time to rotate. But you can't really fight off of it as well, so there's drawbacks to it. Garage is pretty simple. A lot of the times I'll put mine right here, but a lot of people also like to put it against the barrier when the barrier is usually down. It's usually like right around here, and people will put it here. And this one's just a good mix up because this will give you really early information if anybody's peeking into garage, because with this one over here, you don't really get information until they cross this line. If you want instant information, say they're not really pressuring garage too hard and you feel like you just want that as early info as possible, you can put this one right here and it will catch them. Or of course, you can always wait for the barrier to go down and then you can put one right there. C bomb site, very simple as well. One right there, one right here. You can even put it on top here and it will get people as they come up, but it's this one's more exposed to garage. Actually, you can kind of see it, but I feel like people wouldn't really catch that. So that's pretty good. And then another one that I like to do, I've used before, is I'll put one right here, or I'll put one logs. So if anybody tries to swing up logs, they'll get caught by it. But this one's a little bit more situational. It's just one of those passive tripwires that you're going to use for catching people off guard and slowing pushes. For example, I like to use this in tandem with the smoke character. I'll usually have one rendezvous back here. I'll ask for my smoke character to smoke here in between default box and platform if the other team is executing on me, and then I'll use this to slow down this lane, and this will basically cut the site off and it will give my team a lot of space to come back through and retake with. So it's a very, very good trademark to use in certain situations. Going back over the aggressive teleport plays, something I like to do, this is a really neat one right here, is you can put a rendezvous right here, and if you look at the map, you can't really tell because there's a lot of circles right now, but you can play down here with this rendezvous. Say you have somebody baiting for you top short, they're shooting at people here, you're playing in this corner, you get a kill, you TP out, you go back to default, and then you have time to walk back into this corner, and now you can play another advanced spot, and if you've delayed them enough, this you might even get a second teleport out of this back to safety over here at default. So you can, as soon as you get out of short, you can walk back into this corner, play this advanced corner, and then if there's enough time, you can TP again in 20 seconds. But other than that, something I really like to do on pistol is I like to, as soon as the barrier drops, I just run across long, put the rendezvous down, and I like to fight from this angle. This is a fun angle to fight as chamber. Of course, elevation works here too. You know, you can play on top of this box, top of short. In order to get a free pick, you can put it on this one over here. If you would rather play this angle, say you're opping this angle, you can just post right here, kill anybody that peeks you from here. Lots and lots of great elevation with chamber on this map. Again, you know, you can play top B. Usually I like to put this one in tandem if it really depends on how my team's playing. So if I have one guy on A, I'm playing B, and then we have one garage to C, I like to put my second teleport towards A so that I can help my teammate. But as you notice, with the teleport on top of B, you can put it right over here so that it's behind default box and it's safe. And you can TP on top of B before the start of the round and play from up here. Same concept of C. You can play from up here, yada, yada, yada. But a really cool TP play that I like to do is you can put one on top B and you can put one on top of C long. And if you get on top of logs, you can actually TP up here. So what you can do is you can hold for the early window swing with your op. Somebody swings window, you get a kill, boom, you teleport top C, and now you have another op angle on top of a box that you can do. So this is really, really cool. It's a really, really cool way to utilize his TPs to have really cool off angles and elevation. It's very good in tandem with an op. Another thing that I like to do, I do it a lot when I get his ult. I put one TP on top of here, and then the other TP I put at the barrier right here. I think that's about where the barrier is. And I like to swing out a garage at the start of the round with my op, go for a kill, teleport, and then I'm teleported top C. I go for another kill, I fall. So lots of really, really cool off angles, elevation changes, and aggressive plays that can be made with the op in tandem with chamber on this map. As for the attacking side, common flank holder trips, one here for C flank. You can put one here if you want to just, this is like a okay C flank or a fast C flank hold. This one would probably be a little bit better, but the other team can see it from here. The only problem with this one, if you're going fast C, is that if they go through spawn and come all the way around, they'll dodge this, but not a lot of people have the notice to do that. So a lot of the times when I'm flanking for a fast C execute, I'll just put one right here. This will be our early warning for if we're doing a C rush. For A, this is probably one of my favorite trips to throw. This one covers all of the A flank. So if you know you're ending A, you know your execute's going to end A, this is probably the best trademark that you can throw. If you're not ending A and you're just holding for A flank, the barrier's like right about here. So I usually just chuck one right there at the start of the round. As for rendezvous on attack side, something that you can do is if you want to be able to like support your team in like a C split situation or something like that, you can put one teleport there at the start of the round. And then say your Sova's droning garage for you and your duelist. You and your duelist can go up garage. You can take fights in garage, yada, yada, yada. And then say your duelist dies and you're getting pressured really hard in garage and you want to get out. This is a pretty good TP range, and you'll get back to long C, and then you can come up long C behind your long players and still pressure with them there instead of giving up your life in garage. But like I said, a lot of the time teleports on attack side are best used for post plant situations. So a lot of the time what I like to do is if I am rushing C, I'll put one rendezvous there, and then I'll use my second rendezvous either default or I will use it back sight like this, and then I will fight, you know, do what I have to do to try and get one kill, and then I will TP out and play bomb from the cubby. Same thing with long A, same thing with anything, with anywhere really. If I know we're ending B, I'll put like a teleport, I'll put a rendezvous back here, and then I'll go up into the B bomb site and I'll hold the B bomb site. Most of the time when I'm playing chamber though and we're attacking B, my job is usually to hold garage. So what I'll do is I'll just hold the garage flank and make sure that garage isn't getting pushed, because usually I'll have a trademark there and a trademark here, so the external flanks are covered. I just really need to watch the garage run through. For post plant on A, I like to either put it just depends on which way you go. You can either put it in short, and then what I like to do is I like to use my rendezvous to play the graffiti position, because this is a position where usually like if your teammate goes, this is one of those one and done spots that's essential, especially for holding the crossfire on A. This crossfire right here from under heaven to graffiti is probably one of the strongest post plant crossfires in the game that you can play, and breaking this crossfire is incredibly important for retaking. I like to use my rendezvous to play this position and still, you know, extend my life. I'll play here, they'll swing out, hopefully I'll get one, and then I'll TP away. And what usually happens is like they'll come out, I'll kill the first guy, the second guy will come out and he'll start trying to shoot at me. I TP away, and that's when my teammate who's playing under heaven or playing ammo box will shoot them in the back of the head. His rendezvous really just gives a lot of value to potential one and done spots where, say, if my Omen or a Raze or somebody who doesn't have any sort of disengagement utility plays graffiti, they're usually guaranteed to give up their life. Most of the time when they do give up their life, it still guarantees the round, because you create a crossfire that's so strong that people who are under heaven can't or will 100% trade you. So even if like you do die here, you still pretty much guarantee the round win just by playing your crossfire properly. Including the rendezvous and adding the rendezvous into the mix will just help you guarantee the round that much more, because you keep yourself alive, you keep your trips online, keep your trademarks active so you can't get flanked. So again, like having a rendezvous for long, if you're running up long, just you need to be making sure that when you're playing this character, you're thinking of it. I know I've hammered this point home a bunch of times in the previous videos, but you need to make sure that you're thinking about the teleports in phases. You need to be thinking of for the initial pick phase and then the late game phase, right? When you're attacking this bomb site, you want to make sure that you're putting down this first teleport in a place that is going to be strategically advantageous for you in the future so that you can TP out of the bomb site and still play bomb. You don't want to get into a situation where you're running into the bomb site, you have both TPs up, but you forgot to use them, and now you have to do something silly like, I don't know, like improvise on the fly and do hell and default for your TPs, which, I mean, aren't the worst thing in the world if you have to do them, but it just won't provide that same level of impact that TPing off site and allowing you to play bomb will. All right, that pretty much sums it up for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned a little something about how to play Chamber on Haven, and hopefully the next time that you play him in Ranked, you will have a little bit of a better understanding for how to play him. If you like content like this, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the video for more content like this. If you have any questions for me that I did not answer in this video and you want some tips, be sure to check me out on Twitch. Come ask me live, twitch.tv/Bumpa. I stream every day from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love to answer your questions. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.